Hey,
All right. Already Monday.
Got Ginger's already in here. Phil, Stella. I was today, Gene. I'm watching some things on YouTube, and there's like 1,000. Hey, Debbie, Aaron. There's like 1,000 different influences telling you to switch from Windows to Linux.
Okay.
Switch from Windows. Windows is bad. They're spying on you. They're in the bathroom with you. It's terrible. They watch you when you sleep. It's all craziness. Anyway, switch to Linux. Now, they make it seem so simple. Oh, here I got my flash drive. I plug it in. The install is very easy. All right. They don't tell you that Linux, even though a lot of it is very good now. It used to really be horrible, but sometimes the drivers don't work, your camera doesn't work, your microphone doesn't work, your touchpad, you can't get on Wi-Fi. Then you have to go through all of these terminal commands and so on. But the big thing is this: after you get the machine all set up, let's say you install what they're peddling now is Linux Mint. That's the big one, because it's supposed to be the closest thing to Windows, and it's a very easy switch for family members. They show grandmothers using Linux Mint. So you get on Linux Mint, and what they don't tell you is that Linux Mint has, and Linux in general, have version updates every 6 months. Right now, with Windows or Mac, it's not a big deal, right? The machine updates, and it's just like it's perpetual. You get the updates and so on. With Linux, they have not perfected the going from one version number to the next at all. So in the majority of cases, you have to do a complete reinstall of the operating system.
Anymore now, I resign myself to the fact that this thing with computers and all this stuff, it has to be auto update and auto everything. It's just like there's no other way. That everything has to be, everything has to work flawlessly. And we know this. We talked about this with the monitors and everything. Everything has to work together. The Bluetooth has to work together. It has to work together with my car. Everything has to work together. Otherwise, it's not good. Anyway.
Yeah. So that's the trouble with it. Now I will say this, Daniel will find this interesting. The next is the operating system that Google is going to debut next week, Aluminum OS, is literally Android on your desktop. So you get all of the benefits of Android, meaning that it's lightweight and it won't require fans for a laptop or anything else. You get all the apps, and now they're designing it so it'll work like a desktop environment.
As long as it all works together.
Yeah, but you're using Windows and you can't get anything to work. Every time I talk to you, the microphone's no good. The camera, where's my camera? Oh, wait a minute, I got to set the microphone. Then you got some music blaring in the background all of a sudden. You got nothing working.
No, I have it right now. It's perfect for me right now. I got everything set up. It works for me.
Yeah. Now hold on a second. Let me just, and then we'll get on with the show. But I just want to point this out. Look at this guy, Daniel. I can write in Java. Yeah, you're the Weisenheimers that every time you go on a website and you go to click something, the JavaScript is still loading and it's making things jump all around and stuff like that. That's you. Now I know who to blame. It's Daniel.
Hey, I went to computer camp when I was younger. I went to Apple computer camp. Apple IIe.
No wonder.
Apple IIe.
That explains it.
I programmed in BASIC, if then.
In BASIC.
Oh yeah, if then.
Yes. Very good. So you went to Apple computer. I won't quiz you on it.
No. It was good. I went to Apple. This was when it was first coming out. And I had the Apple IIe. If you guys remember it, it was like, I mean, top of the line back then. It was the thing. It was right before a Commodore. I don't know, 128, 64. Yeah. All right, guys. Monday, lots to talk about today. If you haven't shared it, please share this.
Hold on a minute. All right, Darren, Dave, will my new Chromebook work with the new Microsoft? No. Chromebook is not going to have Windows. What's coming is Google is going to switch from Chrome OS that you have now on your Chromebook to Aluminum OS, which will be the Android desktop. And yes, the machine that you have, Darren, will work.
I have no idea what that means. All right, guys, you want to go? Are we talking politics? Want to talk politics?
We can talk politics. Well, this is politics because I think all of the hullabaloo about Windows is actually coming from Apple.
Oh,
they're getting all their acolytes out there. Oh, you got to switch away from Windows to Linux. So all the people that move from Windows to Linux throw their machine out the window and go out and buy a Mac.
Yeah. Well, I'm not into peer pressure. I won't name which one of my children when they had to get the phone, they had to get the Apple because everyone else in school had to get the Apple. You couldn't have Android. I don't know how that peer pressure.
I know. Well, not anymore though. They've done a lot. That's all changed. Anyway, all right, let's go so we can.
Yeah. All right, here we go, guys. The dispatch. All right. I want to call it the rat disease, but I don't think they call it the rat disease. Hantavirus. American evacuated from cruise ship tests positive for hantavirus. Another has symptoms. HHS confirms. Okay, Dave, there's so many different directions we can go in this. What do you want to start with?
Well, this is not another COVID.
I heard that it's not another COVID because it's not transmitted like a COVID, like a flu.
But here's what's very different: the COVID-19 that was released from Wuhan back in 2019 or 2020? 2019. That was a virus that was undergoing development for. They were making a super virus out of it, and then once they have the super virus, gain of function. So once they have that, then they work on the vaccine, so that if any maniacs out there use this virus, this vaccine will counter it like an antidote. Okay, but you know what happens? They're in the lab. Someone's got the test tube. The boyfriend or girlfriend comes into the lab, and they go, "Oh, hi, honey, I'm going to have oops." And they drop the thing or they spill it on themselves and they run around. This is what goes on. And so it spread unbelievably rapidly. So I think the world in general was just caught so off guard.
We had this discussion with this whole thing. Okay, number one, this new virus is not like the same. And I know I see it all on X. It's like, oh, we're not going back to that. This whole thing with COVID, like you said, I really do believe that the world got caught off guard with it.
Yeah.
Never had anything like this before.
No. The doctors really didn't know what to do. They were listening to the World Health Organization, who had no idea what to do, and it was just a very bad situation.
Let's talk about the World Health Organization. Okay, once Donald Trump got into office, one of the first things he did was he made an executive order saying that the World Health Organization, that the United States will not participate anymore. So we as the United States are no longer part of that. The insane thing, the United States was paying World Health Organization, Dave, $700 million a year to be part of that.
And who is the next largest payer?
Okay, you would think it would be this country that comes in at like 500,000. 50,000 is the next one, China.
So it goes from 700 million,
Right.
and then the next one up is China at $50,000.
Right. Now, the United States has since left it and say, we're not spending that anymore. I believe China anteed it up. I think now they're paying close to 150 million for that. But we still get the benefit because they're reporting, the WHO is reporting what's
Sure.
going on. Okay.
Now, is this because China still fakes behind their ridiculous emerging nation status? They still call themselves an emerging nation.
Well, I don't not I don't think at this point.
Yeah, how long do you think they can milk that for?
Well, this thing with this, the WHO. Okay, hate to be like this. I don't even know what the WHO does. I do know what they do. They like give reports out and everything, but for like $700 million a year, that's a lot of reports, right? Anyway,
now hold on a second. Hold on a second. Crypto Profit is saying that Germany pays them billions.
Oh, hey, you know what? If you have that, I'll look it up and I would be more than happy to recant. This is from what I hear. I'm not a WHO expert, but I don't know. We could probably do research. Billions a year? No, couldn't be.
Let's do a quick a quick thing.
All right. In the meantime, that ain't bad. Okay. You know what? Let's do this. Let's watch this video while Dave does some research.
Yes.
WHO. I like Pinball Wizard. Here we go.
And it's actually been a GORM member since 2018. So we will continue to work with everyone everywhere because our goal is to keep people safe. That includes everyone everywhere, including Americans.
Just to clarify, you say there could be a delay, but is the World Health Organization giving information, in real time to the United States, even while they're not?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. That was the answer I was
looking for.
Yes,
absolutely. So our goal is to share information that saves lives. We're doing regular risk assessments, and we're sharing that information in real time so that countries can update what they actually want to do.
Okay. So for 2025, for the fiscal year 2024 to 2025, Germany paid into the World Health Organization 317 million.
Okay. All right.
So Crypto Profit, it wasn't billions.
Let's say it might have been billions over what? Now it's only 3 years.
Well, it might have been billions over 20 years.
Yeah. Okay.
But not in a single year.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
And Germany can't hide behind the felonious emerging nation status.
Okay.
So China actually puts themselves in the same category as, let's say, the Congo.
All right. Let me. How do
they get away with that, Gene? Right. How does China get away with this? Like, oh, we're no different than Bangladesh. How did they get away with that?
I don't know. Okay. Dave, you want to talk any more about that, or you want to talk about Trump and his thing?
No, well, I'd like to at some point circle back to how China's ripping us off.
Hey, perfect timing. There's a summit.
Yes, let's talk about the summit. I'm all geared up for this now.
All right, here we. All right. Oh, Dave has a. If I were in control, this is what I would do.
Well, let's do the thing. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Trump threatens Project Freedom Plus. I just say it's like Project. I just can't help but think about Q Plus. But anyway, Project Freedom Plus in Strait of Hormuz if Iran refuses a deal. All right.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me respond to Jessica here. Jessica, I really appreciate it. It was a very tough weekend, and we had a lot going on, and yeah, I could use a nap.
Okay, Jessica, you have no idea, like the time between 5 a.m. and 9 p.m. Oh, 9 a.m. 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. Oh my goodness. it gets rough here because we're getting so much stuff done. All right.
Well, and then the weekend wasn't very relaxing. But all right, so we have this. The Iranians are just the regime is just made up of crazy people. They have no leadership. They don't know who the leader is.
Right.
They're claiming it's this guy that's in a hospital bed with a leg missing a leg, and who knows? Who knows? Who knows who knows if the very people that are at the table pretending to negotiate can even make a decision? Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
So at the end of the day, Trump has one thing and it's not negotiable. Anyway, here it is.
It's very simple. Somebody said, "What's your plan?" I said, "The plan is very simple. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It cannot have a nuclear bomb. And it's not going to have." And they're really at the end of the line. Really are at the end of the line. It wouldn't look too very good after a while with these characters. We're not going to give them the right to have a nuclear weapon. There's zero chance.
All right.
Now,
so
you might say, people might say, well, why if they develop a nuclear weapon? Because these are crazy people. These are the people that will sell or give these type of bombs to their terrorist organizations, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, whoever their proxies are. The proxies will utilize the weapons so that Iran can say, well, we didn't fire it off or whatever. They can't have a nuclear weapon. Can't have a nuclear Iran.
Look at this video here. Basically, how Trump says it. So Trump says these are the terms of what it is, and then they come with what they say. We're not even in the ballpark at this point. Here we go.
And they give us a stupid proposal.
For the time being, the ceasefire remains in place?
It's unbelievably weak, I would say. I would call it the weakest right now. After reading that piece of garbage they sent us, I didn't even finish reading it. They said, I'm not going to waste my time reading it. I would say it's one of the weakest right now. It's on life support.
I like how he says this. I don't even bother reading it. It's so stupid.
Now, when is the summit with Xi? It's this week, right?
3 days. In 3 days, I believe.
Thursday,
3 days. 2 days. 13th and 14th, I think. Yeah.
Thursday and Friday. Where's Stella? Because Stella likes when I do this. So you're going to hear all over the news that President Trump is going to go into China in a weakened position. He's still got this thing unresolved with Iran. And it's almost like he's going to be asking the Chinese president for help in resolving the situation in Iran and so on. Now, even though we have, all of a sudden, the other nations in the Middle East have become tremendous allies, along with Israel. So I got to tell you, Gene, I would play it up if it was me. And I'm not saying President Trump is going to do this. But two separate scenes come to mind. The first one is from the Godfather movie, where Michael Corleone is at the baptism of his sister's child. And he's up there standing alongside his sister while his guys are out killing the other heads of the families. Right? Okay, that's number one. Number two, you remember at Mar-a-Lago when President Xi was at Mar-a-Lago and they were having nice big piece of chocolate cake.
And he invaded Maduro.
Excuse me 1 second, Mr. President. So he walks off. Trump comes back and he says, "Oh, Mr. President, I just want you to know, while Xi is eating the chocolate cake, I just want you to know I'm bombing Syria."
Well, wait, hold on. Wasn't it that? Okay. If you remember, in Venezuela, the Chinese diplomat was in there. He was in there.
Right.
I forgot about the Syria one.
Right.
I forgot all about that.
Right. So wouldn't it follow suit? So Trump, plays it up like, we're just going to have to wait and see. We're just going to have to wait and see. Make it look weak. Make it look weak and all of that. He goes to China. He's got all the guys with him. You know, he's got the Apple guy. He's got Elon with him. He's got the Oracle guys, and they're all going with him. He steps off the plane. This is what I would do. I would step off the plane, shake President Xi's hand, and say, "It's so good to see you again, Mr. President. I just want you to know that right now we're taking out Iran. It should only last maybe 2 or 3 hours, and Iran will be gone." And that's it. And just leave the guy there with his mouth hanging open, his jaw on the floor, and carry on. Start waving.
Guys, if you could understand how everything is actually, no matter what people say, actually going Trump's way. When Trump says he has all the cards, guys, who would you rather be at this point? You realize that their economy is tanking because it's involved with the Strait of Hormuz, with the oil.
Yeah, but see, the problem is you're not dealing with normal people. They care nothing about the citizenry. They care nothing about the Iranian people, the regime. And they've probably got cabinets loaded with little Vienna sausages and whatever, and that they can, that they can cook and eat, for the next 6 months. They really don't care. They'll live underground like moles, and that's what they'll do for the next 6 months. Every once in a while, popping out to go to Pakistan and write a little note and say no.
Why do you gotta say Vienna sausages? Why do you say Vienna sausage?
Why? What's the matter with Hormel Vienna sausages? Why? Because you eat them?
I eat them all
in the closet.
Oh no! All right. I like Vienna sausage.
I'm just saying, it's a little canned food that they probably stocked away. So that's why Trump said that it's like they don't even mind the bombing until we start dismantling Cog Island.
Well, Dave, what you have to understand though, they still have payroll. These soldiers still have to get paid, and then everything else. And they got families.
You're missing the point about this. Oh, you're complaining about not getting paid? Boom. That's the end of the soldiers worrying about not getting paid.
It's not boom, it's bow. Bow.
Whatever. But you get the point. They'll kill them. That's all. Oh, you worried about a paycheck? Okay. Oh, it's down there. It's in the bottom drawer. Boom.
All right. Can we talk about go back to sane land? Let's talk about the Supreme Court. You want to do that?
That's what I'm saying. That's right. Because the Iranian regime, it's insane.
One of the things I want to say to everyone, and everyone's getting sick of me saying this, but I'm going to say it. Reminder, which I don't even think they're saying it anymore because I think we banged it over their head with it. When people say that like, why is he attacking? This is Trump, the great people of Iran. You understand that this is the regime. This is the regime that took American hostages back in the days of Carter. It's the same gang.
Right.
So understand that it's the Iranian people, and it's this oppressive regime that I think they just executed another person. I execute all the time. They executed like one of the top students there. It's happening a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And the interesting thing, one more point, and then we can move on. The Iranian people rose up. They rose up in 1979. They overthrew the government of the Shah. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like these people are incapable of rising up. The difference is that the Shah's government was not about to turn around and start killing the people.
Yeah, we did a part about how many people they executed.
Right. So far, this crazy regime has executed 120,000 people that we know of.
Right. All right.
Difficult
All
time.
right. Let's talk about this in the dispatch. By the way, if you haven't got the dispatch, it's free. Just go to georgemagazine.com. Just sign up, and every morning, Monday through Friday, you get the dispatch. You get these articles emailed to you. Okay, Virginia Democrats. I think they're a little pissed off. $7 million spent to redistrict, and that money is to promote it to the different people. Hey, we need to do this, but it backfired because it's not the United States Supreme Court. It is the Supreme Court of Virginia that said no can do. And it was going to be about net 2 seats, I believe, maybe 4 if it was.
Yeah.
But it would have gave 2 seats to the Congress to the Democrats. Now that's not happening. So
Right. And the interesting thing is, if you read the Virginia Supreme Court's decision, if you read the decision, they point out in there that they wanted to work with the Democrats on the language of the amendment. So, but the Democrats didn't want it. They wanted to make the language so ambiguous that so that the people didn't really know what they were voting for. Right? So now that they won, that this is the judges wrote this in the decision. Then the Democrats told the judges, no, you stay out of it until after the vote. You stay out of it until after the vote. Because the Democrats figured that if they won and they got what they wanted, then there would be too much political pressure on the Virginia Supreme Court, so they would have to rule in their favor. Well, apparently they ticked off these judges, and they wrote all of that out in their decision. It's pretty damning.
Really quick to as a reminder of what's going on. Remember, we have the big midterms coming. It was going to be really close. So there was this kind of gerrymander war going on. By the way, George Magazine started talking about this 2 years ago. So it's like a gerrymander war to redistrict the lines so it would give like a seat that was heavily blue to now leaning red, and it would change the seats around. So they did it all over the place. California did it, Texas did it, and it was a battle for this. So the new thing is that the Supreme Court said that if you do this based upon race, it's illegal, opening the door for other leaning Republican states to redraw it back. And this is going to give a lot of seats, when I say that, like relatively speaking, to the Republicans. But in Virginia, it's a Democrat legislature. But now the Supreme Court says, nah, you're going to have to redraw it. If this didn't happen, those seats will remain the same, because even though the Supreme Court said that, the legislator says, well, it's not really for us. So now this is huge, guys.
Yeah. And so the Democrats in Congress are losing their mind. They want now because all of this stems from the United States Supreme Court and their decision in Louisiana. So the Democrats in Congress are just losing their minds. They want to blow up the court. They want to add 19 justices. They want to start term limits on the justices, everything, because they know, that they're going to lose if we show up.
Yeah, right. And reminder, if it's not, and the Democrats get back either the Senate or the House, been very honest saying that the Senate will probably be safely Republican, but you never know. But when it comes to the House, once that happens, it is not going to be a good day. It's going to be like calling this person, all the chairmanships go back, and it's going to stall what Donald Trump does. And by the way, all the executive order is not going to make a difference. It's going to be tough. Here's how pissed off they are. You guys will
go ahead.
A little pissed off here. Here we go.
That is what happened in the Commonwealth of Virginia today. Shockingly, appallingly, really. The Supreme Court of that state ruled 4-3 to strike down the congressional redistricting plan that, crucially, had been approved by the state voters in a special election last month, as we covered here at this desk, with millions of people campaigning or showing up at the polls. It won 52 to 48%. Again, weeks of campaigning, millions of dollars spent on ads by both sides, a vigorous public debate, and the people came out, 3 million, to the polls in that Virginia referendum, and a majority of the people said, yes, we want these new maps.
All right.
see, that's what These are the things that this guy is not telling you, and the judges wrote it all in that decision. If you have time, read it. It's very interesting because they knew that the language of that referendum was frankly, it was unconstitutional.
Right. By the way, to Virginia's constitution.
Right.
Right. So understand what's going on. This is a Virginia issue, and again, Virginia has a supermajority. What that means is the governor is Democrat, their state house is Democrat, the state senate, but they have the supermajority so that they can't block anything. So they're running amok, and they just said, okay, while we're at it, let's help out the Democrats. Let's redraw these lines. And the Supreme Court just says, no, you can't do that. It's illegal.
Right.
All right.
Right. Very interesting stuff, man.
All right. Now let's have some fun here because for this part of the dispatch, by the way, if you didn't get the dispatch, go check it out because this is a great, great article. This is a George Magazine article. Faux MAGA shockwaves, the May 19th primary that could upend fake MAGA. And it has to do in particular, well, there's other ones, but this one in Kentucky, right, Dave? All right.
Yeah. The one in Kentucky with Massey versus Gulrin.
Yeah. Yes. So now to let everyone know, I know most of you guys follow, but just to simplify it, Massey is against Trump. Some way their supporters, by the way, you guys all know what it is. It's the Flynn Network. There's other people. They're all in for Massey because he's the anti-Trump. He's the guy that no matter what it is, no, I can't do it, whatever. He's a pain in the ass for Trump.
Yeah,
so,
and they're all very worried about their constituents when it comes to keeping in line with the network, right? Just like Margie Green, right? Did you hear about Margie Green?
Yeah.
Okay, so she was denied the Senate seat by Trump. Trump told her, "No, you can't run for Senate." So then she went on the vengeance tour, right, of saying all over the place, oh, he's crazy, oh, he's this, he's that, and everything else. Then now she abandons the whole thing. She sold the house in Rome, Georgia, and she bought a gigantic mansion in Costa Rica. So that's where her and the new husband that quit his job at Right Side Broadcasting, they're both down there in Costa Rica now. So she just said, bye, Georgia.
Now, understand all the talking points here, okay? All the things, like they're all of these candidates, including Massey's, they're righteous. That's their move. Oh, it's because of the Epstein. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that. Okay, they all have the same talking points. And by the way, it's very simple. When the Epstein thing and that came out, again, where is all the people in that MAGA, or I wouldn't say MAGA, the fake MAGA that didn't call out Bannon? He was in all of that.
To this day. I don't know.
You're so concerned? You're so concerned?
What's that?
You told me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying they're so concerned about this.
Oh, I know.
But they have remember the first one was like, oh, but he's actually, Bannon was doing a white hat operation.
Yeah, he was doing a white hat operation. He had more conversations with Epstein, was hanging around with Epstein more than anybody else.
Damage control.
Not a word. Not a word from the MAGA influences.
Right. But then again, now this with Massey here, okay, just to round it out, it's Massey versus Gulrin, okay? This is the primary. I know you guys know this, but we're just saying it this way. Here first is Massey's 30-second commercial. Here we go.
Yeah.
Make sure we get it right here. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this one. Here we go.
So my opponent, woke Ed Galrine, just doesn't understand the job of a congressman. You don't report to the president. You don't report to the Speaker of the House. When you're a congressman, you report to the people who elected you. That means saying no to out-of-control government spending and bailouts that have skyrocketed our national debt and are driving up the cost of everything. I'm Thomas Massey, and I approve this message. Because I report to and work for every one of you and no one else.
You really had to say the woke.
I know.
Come
I
on.
know. Okay. My bone of contention with this is if you are calling yourself a Republican, vote with the Republicans. Donald Trump came in there against, quite frankly, the Bush era Republicans. Yeah. And he came in here, upended it. And now these Republicans are Trump Republicans. And to prove it.
And he ran into the rebranded Clinton branch.
Yeah.
Now known as the Flynn Network.
Yeah. So he goes in there. This is Trump, rebrands it. So if you're running as a Republican, do the things the Republicans do. And right. Donald Trump is the Republican. By the way, it's not he is establishment now, and it's good. But this guy is anti-Trump everything. Now, Dave, the person he's running against, let's just compare it. He is number one endorsed by Donald Trump. But look at this guy, what this guy is. Okay, yeah. Here we go.
I'm Ed Galron, and I approve this message.
Ed Galron and I served in Afghanistan together. He was a commander of a SEAL combat organization. He was put in that position because he is capable of leading courageous men in a very unforgiving environment. SEALs don't give out medals easily, and Ed's got multiple Bronze Star. Anybody that questions his military service is deliberately misleading.
Tested in battle, trusted by Trump. Ed Galron for Congress.
All right.
Yeah. Trump endorsed him.
Yeah.
And the guy's a good guy. And we think that he's going to do a great job. But of course,
yeah.
You know.
Guys, he's not only a Navy SEAL, SEAL Team 6. Yeah. So they have the Navy SEALs, and then they have the SEAL Team 6. Guys, at the very least, for the woke right that are supporting Massey, you don't think that's a good guy? You don't think that's a solid Republican that will do very well in the general election? That will do like what is he doesn't care about Kentucky people? Please, he's just look at the commercials anyway. All right.
Well, what we're going to try and do for everybody is in the dispatch. We're going to really keep on top of this these elections coming up.
Yes.
And May 12th tomorrow is actually another one, and then next week is the one in Kentucky and so forth. So we're going to stay on top of everything. If you want to follow along, we'll always have that article in the dispatch. And this way you'll know what's up, what's going on.
Right. Guys, reminder, and we feel very proud of this. Watch what we're doing here, because what we're doing is telling you about the real issues of what's going on. When you have that, and Dave, well, we've been on this show with Rodney and trying to talk about his what's going on in the UK, because we're expanding our reach there.
Yeah, and in Europe in general.
Right. Understand how these we're George's politics. Understand how this works. You have the Republican Party, and Donald Trump says he could have said, I'm going to do my own party. It's going to be called the Patriot Party or the MAGA Party, and we'll do our own thing. Donald Trump didn't do that. He says, I am a Republican and I'm here to work on the Republican Party. And he transformed it, the Republican Party, into the way we think, which is very reformist, like with Nigel in UK. It's very reformist. This is what MAGA has been. It took over the Republican Party. So anyone going against Trump, those are the rhinos.
Yeah, they're the rhinos.
Right. So,
or they're the Clintonites.
Yeah. All right.
As we discovered.
Guys, thank you so much. Really quick before we go, I know there's a lot of people on here now, and it took some time to get everyone here. If you can go to georgemagazine.com. If you have not gotten Ageless Tech yet, go get it and just sign up and click that button for your monthly updates. I think it's twice a week that they do this. Guys,
twice a month.
Oh, yep. Excuse me. Obviously, yeah. Sorry, twice a month, guys. Check it out and make sure you get that because your understanding of that will benefit you in so many ways. And we have other products. We have the crypto book and all this stuff, and we've been
book and so on,
250, which is great. But this one right here, you will benefit the most, even if it's not for work. You'll benefit from it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I think we're good.
Thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow then.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.